4 minutes ago, Triumph revealed the latest additions to their much-loved Street Triple lineup, possibly in an attempt to quash any rumours that the recently unveiled Trident 800 might signal the beginning of the end of their more track-focused naked, and judging by the press release, these versions are definitely moving to being more track-focused. Clip-ons, 130 horsepower, premium Öhlins suspension, and a fairly premium price to boot. Let's take a look. So Triumph's 2026 Street Triple lineup gains 2 additions, the RX and a limited run Moto2. Both share the RS engine, so 130 PS at 12,000 RPM and 80 Newton meters at 9.5, but introduce a sharper chassis and more race-oriented ergonomics. I think the defining upgrade has to be the move to fully adjustable Öhlins NIX30 forks up front, paired with the familiar Öhlins STX40 rear shock. This replaces the Showa BPF stroke Öhlins mix on the RS and marks a clear step up in front-end precision. Both versions also adopt clip-on handlebars, giving a lower, more committed riding position than the standard models. Braking remains top tier with twin 310mm discs and Brembo styler calipers, governed by optimized cornering ABS. Electronics mirror the RS with cornering traction control, track ABS, Triumph Shift Assist, which is very good, I'm speaking from personal experience, riding modes, and a 5-inch TFT display. Fuel economy is still around 5.2 litres per 100 kilometres or 54 mpg UK, and chassis geometry remains very tight with a 23-degree rake and 95mm trail. The wet weight stays at a very competitive 188 kilos and the tank holds 15 litres, so identical to the RS. The RX is a 1-year special edition, positioned as the most track-oriented Street Triple variant yet. Special edition in Triumph speak usually means that it will be available for 1 model year but not limited to a specific number. Mechanically it matches the Moto2 edition but without the carbon parts and numbered top yoke, and it gets a different paint scheme, matte aluminium silver paint with Diablo red subframe and wheels, a machine top yoke, RX branded seat, and laser etched silencer. Wow. From a distance it does look very similar to the 2015 675 RX. The Moto2 edition, which is limited to 1,000 units worldwide, adds carbon fibre side panels, a belly pan, mudguard and silencer tip. It receives a numbered billet top yoke, Moto2 specific startup screen, and a more race-styled colour scheme with yellow subframe. Otherwise, mechanically, it's identical to the RX. So how do these compare to the existing Street Triple R and RS? Well, the engine output matches the RS, but is higher than the R's lower tune, which is around 120 horsepower. The suspension is superior to both, the R using Showa separate function big piston forks and a basic shock, while the RS uses Showa big piston forks and an Öhlins STX40 shock. The RX stroke Moto2's Öhlins NIX30 brings higher end damping and in principle better consistency for track use. The clip-ons mean that the ergonomics and riding position are more aggressive than either the RR or the RS, and no surprises here, the price rises accordingly. £12,895 for the RX, so that's about £1,000 more than the RS, and £14,495 for the Moto2. Now at the time of writing, Euro and US prices haven't been confirmed, but just by way of comparison, I can remember the 2015 675 RX was around £8,600. So that's a 50% increase in 10 years. To be fair, you are getting more power and better components, but still it makes you think. Mechanical internals, weight, electronics and fuel figures remain essentially unchanged. So in a nutshell, and colour schemes aside, the RX is an RS with clip-ons and better suspension, and the Moto2 is an RX with carbon bits. So we should see sharper handling thanks to the Öhlins front and rear, more track-focused ergonomics with the clip-ons, improved performance thanks to the high-grade components, and some may say that the Moto2 edition has genuine collectible value, although this is probably limited to Triumph executives and those fond of man maths. What about any negatives? Well, the clip-ons will inevitably reduce comfort on longer rides. Higher pricing edges close to larger capacity machines. I mean, 14.5 is around 17,000 euros. So yeah, for a 765 naked, that's a lot. I paid 11,000 euros for my 2017 RS. There's no increase in power or torque over the existing RS, and limited fuel range persists due to the unchanged 15-litre tank. But what do you think? A genuine advantage over the R and RS, or is this just a marketing ploy designed to lure us in with gold-coloured suspension and carbon fibre trinkets that we don't actually need on the road? Let me know in the comments, and as always, thanks for watching.